Palpatine was one of, if not the strongest Force user during the prequel era. Even with all of his power and skill, you would think Palpatine wouldn't fear anyone. But he actually did. There were 3 people he feared, and the names might shock you. There was only one Jedi that Palpatine truly feared. It wasn't Mace Windu, and it wasn't Grand Master Yoda. It was Qui-Gon Jinn. While Qui-Gon wasn't nearly as strong as Palpatine, it was his connection to the Force Palpatine feared. Qui-Gon was different than all the other Jedi, as instead of being bound by the will of the Senate, Qui-Gon followed the will of the Force. Because of this, he might be able to see through Palpatine's deception, and possibly be able to stop the reemergence of the Sith completely. But another element involved Anakin Skywalker. When Palpatine heard the word that this boy might be the chosen one, he knew he'd be the perfect Sith apprentice. Palpatine believed if Qui-Gon trained the boy, it might ruin everything for him. Qui-Gon would have been the father figure Anakin needed, which Palpatine masqueraded as after Qui-Gon was killed on Naboo. With Qui-Gon around, it would have been a lot harder for Palpatine to manipulate and turn Anakin to the dark side. Qui-Gon understood Anakin's darkness, and he would be much more equipped to deal with these advanced emotions than the entire Jedi Order as a whole. Qui-Gon was someone who warranted Palpatine's respect as well as his fear. In terms of raw power, there was one person Palpatine feared the most, and that was Mother Talzin. Mother Talzin was a very powerful Dathomirian witch who had a deep and ancient knowledge of the dark side that even Palpatine didn't possess. Her magic was unpredictable by Sith standard, and she might even be a direct threat to Palpatine's life. She was the leader of the Night Sisters, a group of loyal Force users who were independent from the Sith and the Jedi. She helped train the likes of Asajj Ventress and her son Darth Maul before Palpatine took him to become his apprentice. Talzin was supposed to be Palpatine's apprentice, until he sensed the potential in her son, Maul. This act of betrayal made Talzin harbor feelings of revenge against Palpatine. Due to the massive threat she posed, Palpatine used Maul as bait to set up a trap and eliminate the witch once and for all, which we saw in the Son of Dathomir comics, which covered Maul before Season 7 of the Clone Wars. The final person Palpatine feared was someone he was extremely close with, and that was Darth Vader. During the prequels, Palpatine's entire plan revolved around turning Anakin Skywalker to the dark side. Before his battle with Obi-Wan on Mustafar, Palpatine both admired and feared the potential of Anakin Skywalker. With the rule of 2, Palpatine was aware that a full potential Anakin would eventually be able to overthrow him, which he accepted. Palpatine took pride in training potentially the strongest Sith ever, but after Anakin's crippling defeat by the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Palpatine refused to let this lesser version of Vader get the best of him. Palpatine decided to add some safety measures to ensure that Darth Vader would never be able to overthrow him. He'd sabotage Vader's suit, giving him outdated technology, making it weak to electricity, as Force lightning was his specialty. Even in his crippled state, Vader still posed a threat to him. Palpatine trained Vader very little in the dark side, believing if he passed on his full knowledge onto Vader, he might not be able to hold Vader's power at bay anymore. Palpatine tried on many occasions to replace Vader, but Vader proved too powerful to go down. He even hoped that Luke would strike Vader down, as Palpatine believed that Luke would have been a far more powerful apprentice than Vader was at this point, but we all know how that went. But let me know your thoughts on who Palpatine feared, and do you agree with them? If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like as it helps the channel out, and subscribe if you want to see more Star Wars videos like this. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.